Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel here on Pile of Potential Hobbies. I hope everyone's doing well. Happy New Year, as this is the first video of the new year here on the channel. I hope everyone enjoyed their holidays, whatever you celebrate and however you celebrate. I hope you had a good time. Just got a quick hobby update. I say quick, I don't know how long it'll go, but a hobby update this morning. Just stuff I've painted here in the new year, the first few models to be done. Up first, got some Cultist. I've painted these up on the channel before. I absolutely love these models. Like Northstar, Renedra, knocked it out of the park with these models, and these sculpts, they're not new. They're 10 Frostgrave's 10 years old. These are some of the first sculpts to come out in plastic, and I still think they're amazing. This is the Cultist 1 kit. All the bodies are from it. Some of the arms are from the Cultist 2 kit. I haven't had the chance to get my hands on the Cultist 3 kit yet to see how it is, but with my other Cultists, if you've seen as you've seen on the channel, I have that turquoise color and red mixed in there, and then just some drab culty looking colors. Here's the first one with just an axe. Here's one with a wicked looking Uruk-hai sword from Lord of the Rings looking sword. This is from the Cultist 2 set. Both arms are from the Cultist 2 set. So yeah, I'm really happy with how these turned out. Like I said, I think they're great models. I think they look great. I used contrast paints over a Wraithbone primer, and then just put some Nuln Oil on them and left them at that. The silvers, it's a new silver I've used. It's Surcoat Silver from Tooth and Coats. I really, really like its coverage. It's a little, in my mind, and I could be wrong, it's a little bit brighter than Leadbelcher when you apply it, but it's such great coverage and it looks so good. And you put some Nuln Oil or any kind of a wash over it, darkens it down. This guy's got a jaw and looks like maybe a thigh bone in his goods here on his back. But yeah, I absolutely love these models. So here's one with a crossbow. This is from the Cultist 2 set. A word of advice or warning or whatever, however you want to call it. These arms had to bend out a little bit, so the crossbow, I don't know if you can see it now that it's painted, but how am I trying to describe? When you bend a sprue and that light gray pulls up some, that's what happened with this. I mean, you can't really tell now that it's painted or anything, but yeah, just a word of advice on that, on how the arms fit as far as that crossbow goes, because it's one solid piece. These two arms holding that crossbow is one solid piece. And then the last one I did a zombie. Yeah, just because usually I play a Necromancer in Frostgrave, and having extra zombies is always good. And then you can also just use it in a regular scenario. So that's the 5 Cultists painted up. Really happy with how they turned out. Like I said, I absolutely love the models. Don't think they can do any wrong. And I'll be getting probably even more eventually in the future. What I painted up next is something that I haven't shown on the channel, but I have painted up some in the past, are Oathmark Orcs. So another Northstar product with the sprues made by Renedra, but I'm using these. I want to use them for the fantasy version of the Baron's War, Warhost. So I've kind of made them up over the 15. This is the 15th. This is 11 through 15 of the ones I've made up and painted as far as the regular orc infantry go. I've made up and painted some heavy infantry. But yeah, so like to keep them grouped together like that, because I assume you kit out your units the same as you do in regular Barons War, where you have spears and shields in one group, and then bows, and then maybe just hand weapons, stuff like that in the different units. But yeah, I've painted these up, and again, really happy with the way they turned out. I don't know how well you can see, but I did their eyes red, beady red eyes, with orange as the main color. 4 of the 5 have orange on their outfits. I didn't do it on the 5th one, and you'll see why. But yeah, just awesome models. They look like orcs from any low fantasy setting that you can think of. Like they look like they'd fit in perfectly with the Lord of the Rings orcs from Games Workshop. And I think they would. I don't own any orcs from Games Workshop. I need to get some. But yeah, just beautiful models, really easy to paint up. They go together great. Got a torso, 2 arms, and a head. And that's it. And these guys are some spearmen I'm adding to the group that I have. I just put the static grass on here before filming. This guy's got an orange banner. I don't know what I want to go on it, just like I don't know what I want to go on the shields. I was thinking of maybe an eye or a hand, Lord of the Rings references. But yeah, I don't know. If you have any ideas or any suggestions, put them in the comments. I may take you up on that. But this guy doesn't have any orange. Oh, no, he has orange pants. I lied. This isn't the one without orange. But he's got orange trousers, pants. And the metal on these guys, I didn't do a full wash over the models because these guys I did slap chop, as in primed them black and then went over with a mid-tone gray and then a ivory dry brushing to bring out the detail. So I painted the metals. Their chainmail, I did Cerakote silver, and then like this plate piece and some of the helmets and stuff, I did Iron Warriors from Citadel Games Workshop. Just to differentiate. I don't know how well that shows up on camera, but to differentiate just different types of metal. Maybe some's been around longer than others, some are taken more care of than others. But this banner is really cool with the skulls. I think it turned out really well. I just got to figure out either a transfer or something to freehand. And up next is one of 2 archers. Let's see, Iron Warriors, and then Cerakote silver on the metals there. This green that I did for the skin color on these two, on the bannerman and this one, I really, really like. It's Dark Angels green from from Citadel Games Workshop. Yeah, and I think that's a really cool good orc color. And I just like that green. It's going to be used on a lot of models, I'm sure, in the future. And then here's the last one. Screaming as he looks in a different direction than he's firing his arrow. But if you play Middle-earth strategy battle games or read anything about the orc rabble in Lord of the Rings, they're not very good archers. They're exactly that. They're rabble. But yep, really happy with the way these turned out. 10 cool models I've painted in the 11 days of the new year. So right at a model a day. I'm happy with how they all turned out, and I can't wait to use them on the tabletop. If you've watched this far, I really appreciate it. It really helps out the channel. It's a statistic that YouTube gives to show how my videos are doing. So I appreciate you watching this far. If you could, like, comment, subscribe, really it's other statistics they give. And I just like to see the channel grow, whether that be with new subscribers or people liking, just viewing the video. I really appreciate it. Helps my mental state and just puts a smile on my face every time I see new subscribers and new views. So this is it from me, guys. I'll catch you on the next one.